Hello everyone, welcome back to SAT Math Question of the Day. Here's our question of the day. It comes from the educator site from the College Board. So a spoiler alert, this question may appear on a Blue Book test. Okay, here we go. We have a graph, number of cornflowers and wallflowers at a garden store. Got it, okay. The points plotted in the coordinate plane above represent the possible numbers of wallflowers and cornflowers that someone can buy at the garden store in order to spend exactly $24 total on the two types of flowers. The price of each wallflower is the same and the price of each cornflower is the same. What is the price in dollars of one cornflower? Oh, I know Seth doesn't like me to think this way, but I always like to categorize the problem. This is a classic linear trade-off problem with the equation ax plus by is c. But that's the type of question it is. I don't know. I like to always do that first. So we have ax plus by is c. Now, what is the price in dollars of one cornflower? $24 total. Let's look at what happens when you only buy cornflowers. When you only buy cornflowers, you buy 16 C cornflowers and 0 wallflowers, where C and W are the prices of each. And that has to add up to $24. So, C, and now you would never write this on the test, but you'd have to think it clearly. C are the number of cornflowers, and W are number of wallflowers. Okay, but you're not going to actually write that on the test. So,
you had a very good idea for solving it, but please be a little more careful of what you're doing.
Oh no, am I making a mistake? 16 cornflowers. When you have 0 wallflowers, you can buy 16 cornflowers. And the total is $24. So C is equal to 24 divided by 16. That's what I think it is. C is, you just solve for C, 24 divided by 16. Seth, okay. This is considered a hard problem, so obviously I'm missing. Am I going to feel like a fool?
What you wrote down is, it doesn't, okay, question. Okay, so the bottom equation says $24 equals 16 times C plus 0 times W. Okay?
Yeah, because I'm picking off the point.
Stand in the bottom equation? What does C stand for?
C is equal to number of cornflowers.
In the bottom equation, there's a C.
There's a C. C stands for the number of cornflowers. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, C is the price.
No, you said C is the number of cornflowers.
Okay, fine. So my thinking was screwed up. In the top,
C is the number of cornflowers. In the bottom, C is the price.
My thinking was screwed up, but I still get the same answer.
Give yourself more consistency.
Okay, first, fine. I totally screwed it up, but I still would have gotten the right answer. C is not the number of cornflowers. C is the price per cornflower. So I was completely wrong. I'm not going to admit. Of course, I made a mistake. And W.
So that's silly. Furthermore, you then wrote AX plus BY equals C.
Oh, Seth doesn't like
that. Doesn't make any connection with the first statement.
Seth has that.
You're just flailing about. This is not the way to do math.
I know it's not the way to do math, but it's the way to do an SAT question when you have to do it quickly. Obviously, it's not the right way to do math, and we will go over what is.
You were flailing about. So when you abandon your flailing, why don't you cross it out?
I did.
You didn't cross out ax plus by equals
No.
c.
AX, I'm not going to cross that out because that is the type of question this is. This is a question where the intercepts are the key to the answers. This represents what I call the trade-off, a trade-off linear problem, a trade-off linear equation or something, a trade-off word problem where you have, I don't know, the classic one is you have to sit 200 people at a party, and you have 10-person tables and 8-person tables. And what's the equation to
Okay, I changed the c to a d,
right? Because
but we don't want to
right,
conflict.
if you don't want to get on Seth's bad side, which I certainly don't, you never want to have two variables on the same in the
And
same word problem
furthermore,
represent different things.
yeah, furthermore, if you're going to put the bottom equation in terms of the middle equation should be written x times a plus y times b equals d.
Or ax.
Because the 16 is a coordinate is the value, of a coordinate on the x-axis.
True. Seth, there's a difference in, yes, Seth doesn't like to do things sloppy, and I don't mind. But I shouldn't be doing them sloppily. Yes, you're absolutely right, because it's confusing. It's confusing to people. It's confusing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's very good. No, I think though, I really thought it was very, very good, very strong move to read off the data where the number of wallflowers you buy for $24 is 0.
Yes.
It simply tells you that if you don't spend any money on wallflowers, it tells you how many cornflowers you get.
Right.
And the total, and it's all for $24, so you could calculate immediately that the price per cornflower is $24 divided by 16.
Right, and to get full credit on the test, you cannot write 24 over 16. You have to simplify that. So either use a calculator to divide 24 by 16 to get a decimal, or you do 12 over 8. You're going off the screen, Seth. Go down, go vertical. 12 over 8, and then you got a... What? One and a half?
24 over 16 is 1 and 8/16. It's 1.5.
Yeah, but it's also 12 over 8. Yeah, it's 12 over 8, but it's also 6 over 4, and it's also 3 over 2. So either 3 over 2 or 1.5. Either would do it, too. And I'm sure the SAT people would accept either 3 over 2 or 1 or 1.5. Yeah.
But this is an example where if you, frankly, I was thinking of approaching it by thinking in terms of the slope of the line.
Interesting. The slope. Okay. Yeah. How was it?
But then I realized, you came up with an insight that's really getting it very efficient.
Well, how did I come up with this insight? Because
by thinking about the straight line equation and its relation to intercepts.
Yes, because now when linear equations are taught, the textbooks generally always have this thing called a trade-off problem, where you have a certain amount of money, and lilies cost $6 and roses cost $12, and you want to figure out what combination of lilies and roses you can buy for, let's say, $120. And the intercepts represent the extremes of the problem.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if they didn't give you this point, but they gave you the rest of the line, what you could do is on the graph, extend the line to hit this. Suppose they didn't put a black dot on 16.0. Well,
Right.
what you could do is see that the slope, when you go to the right by 4, you go down by 3.
Yeah, but they would have had to say in words in the text that it was a linear equation, something that there was a linear relationship. Because nowhere in the text does it say that you're allowed to draw
No,
the
no,
line.
no, no. It is linear because they said the price of a wallflower is the
Oh,
same,
oh, oh, yeah.
and the price of cornflower is the same. And
Right.
so,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so the price, the total, what you the bill is equal to the number of each flower times its constant price.
Mm, yeah. 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 So I was definitely a little sloppy there with my definition of the variables. Um, okay, that happens, but you still got the right answer. Okay, so let's go over the four questions. First of all, calculator. Calculator helps. I mean, 24 divided by 16. You're more than welcome to use a calculator, or not. Not necessarily required there. Is there a pattern to this question? Or is there a set of numbers, something about these numbers that makes the question particularly easy? Not really. Not really. Uh, how does this differ from a school test? No, you can easily get a question like this on the school test. They would basically say, what do the intercepts represent? The intercepts represent the extreme cases where you max out on one or the other. That's generally how it's asked. Uh, okay. Oh, you're starting with an answer. Does that help? No, you can't because this is a free response question. And the main idea, the most important of our questions, what did the committee want to see? What does the committee want to see that you know? Um, well, I mean, it depends on. I mean, there are different aspects to this question depending on how you do it. There's this aspect of what did the intercepts represent? Uh, just forgetting about that, just trying to understand what they're asking for in a word problem and how to get it from the chart. Understanding the coordinates 16 comma 0 represents that point on the graph. There's a bit of maybe, understanding that the number of cornflowers times the price, the number of flowers that you buy times the price of each flower is the total price that you buy it for. I know there's a lot of stuff in this problem, but it's hard to pin down the main, like one thing that one would what that they're asking. What do you think, Seth? When they wrote this question? Why? Seth's been teaching computer science for many years. What if you wrote this question? What would be your goal to see? What the answerees would? That's a word. The answerees would know. What would be the thing you would be testing here? Seth?
Oh,
Still thinking? Okay, fine. So this question's all over the place. It brings together a lot of different ideas. And I think we went over most of them. So, should we see how they did it? They probably did it very similar to how I did it.
let's see. Let's see.
Okay, let us now clear all drawings. Okay, kill the annotation and move it up. Oh, we have a problem. So we need to take us and make us a little go like this. Maybe we'll even leave the picture there. That'll be nice. Okay, the correct answer is 1.5. The point 16.0 corresponds to the situation where 16 cornflowers, 0 all flowers are purchased. Since the total spend is 24, it follows that 16 cornflowers cost $24. Okay. So, yeah, so they didn't bother bringing in all the heavy duty stuff about how I approached it. They just did it very straight. Excuse me. They just did it. They just interpreted the point and just got right to the answer very efficiently, which is good. Yeah, very fine way to do it. And they called us a hard question. Trust me, if you look at some of the hard questions on Blue Book 4 and Blue Book 6, this is not a hard question. So, anyway. So, I guess that's it. So, I'm Joel. I have a PhD in mechanical engineering. My brother Seth has a PhD in math. He is very careful and gets very annoyed when we are sloppy with our variables, which is the right way to do math. We learn from our older brothers and sisters and siblings and parents. Okay, so to study for the SAT, do as many practice tests as you can. Pay particular attention to Blue Book 4 and Blue Book 6 on the math side. We've heard rumors that they represent they are the closest in difficulty and feel to the actual SAT, so pay attention to those. If you're not sure on any particular topic, go to the Khan Academy digital course and practice up on those topics, and also practice on the topics you're strong on so you can do those very quickly so you have more time to do those questions that are more challenging on the SAT. Please dislike our videos. We take all the comments very seriously. And if you have any SAT math questions, please email them to us at satmathquestionoftheday@gmail.com. Today's Friday already. Wow. Okay. So I guess we'll come back next week. Anything else, Seth?
Nope.
Okay, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.
Bye-bye.